Are you still physically attracted to my daughter, Greg?
Pam? Are you kidding? Yes, Jack. Jack, there's never been a problem with that.
Even after her body has endured the hellish ordeal of birthing twins?
Yes, even after that, it's all good. It's all good under the hood.
That's disgusting.
Okay, next up is Little Fockers, and this is, of course, the third and most likely final installment of the highly successful Meet the Parents franchise, which allowed Ben Stiller to further shine his star and give cinematic vet Robert De Niro to stretch his muscles in a new kind of way, gave him that chance, and of course the same later for Dustin Hoffman and Barbra Streisand. It's nice to see Blythe Danner also got a revive of her career, and it's also made the name Terry Polo familiar to many. Jessica Alba also hops on board here, and while she is a radiating beauty, she often lends absolutely nothing to most of the films she's been in, and this is no different. That said, however, Alba is no more guilty than anyone else in this case. After the success of the first two films, both of which I love tremendously, I'm not sure if I've ever seen a franchise take such a dramatic nosedive. Meet the Parents, in my opinion, revitalized the often hit-or-miss concept of awkward humor, where you're just cringing at what's going to happen next while you're laughing hysterically. Now, fast forward, I guess, 5 years since the second one took place, as Greg and Pam Focker are raising their difficult 5-year-old, so of course, it's conveniently a time for a visit and get-together with the grandparents. And I think it's sad that two actors as legendary as Robert De Niro and Dustin Hoffman have to endure the thankless material here that takes forever to get the jokes rolling. And when they finally do, I just didn't care. Not like the first movies where the jokes, while sometimes took a little while, were like building up my anticipation for the payoff. At first, my anticipation in this film was building, and I'm like, oh, come on. And maybe it's just because it's been done before. That's the danger of making a third film. I think they should have just stopped it at Meet the Fockers. Why? Because Meet the Fockers introduced a set of new characters, most notably, of course, obviously Dustin Hoffman and Barbra Streisand, both really funny in the second one, and really they just played off each other so well. But now we've seen it. Now we don't need to see it again. And I can still enjoy watching the second one without there having to be a new movie, with them just trying to recapture which was really the glorious humor of the first film. Now, I really cannot believe just how bad this was, and they just took the cheap way out in terms of their humor, and while the first two at least made us an effort, and now they're just using cliche jokes like Viagra or whatever, you know, stuff like that, and it just really bothered me. I gave the first film 4.5 stars, I gave the second one 4, now subtract 2.5, and that's what you get from this movie. I give Little Fockers very disappointing 1.5 stars out of 5.